My grandma passed away last year, so me and my family decided to move into her abandoned house during the pandemic to get out of the city. So these are just some before shots of the whole entire house, and I decided to start with the bathroom because I thought that was the most necessary room to start with. So I found a whole bunch of cleaning products, and I started off by watering down some bleach and trying to scrub these floors. I spent about 2 hours trying, but for the life of me could not make the grey grout. White again, not sure if the grout was actually just grey to start with now that I think about it, but they are looking pretty shiny and new. And then I moved on to the sink, which had a lot of lime and scum built up from a dripping tap, and I wiped down all the walls and scrubbed all the surfaces, and there was a lot of dust above the shower there. And then I moved on to the linen cupboard, which I took out all the towels and washed them and threw away the junk, and I scrubbed down all the shelves, and I stacked all of our toiletries neatly on the shelves. So there we are, an after shot. There's not a really dramatic difference, but there was a lot of scum and grime build up, which I'm so glad I got rid of, and I'm really excited to have a bath in this big spa bath. So next up, I think we're going to be doing the living room. So next we're going to be turning the living room into our daughter's playroom. My grandma actually kept the living room super tidy. This is just some organized chaos of the stuff that my family wanted to keep, so we popped it into boxes and put it in a different room to deal with a little bit later. So first up, we just cleared a whole bunch of the furniture out of the way and put it in another room for now. One thing we did want to keep in the room was the dining table, so we compacted it into a smaller table, which we realized we could do, which was pretty awesome, and then decided to take up all the carpets. There's like this giant custom-made carpet in the room, but it's so dusty, so we rolled it up and we put it in the garage for now. Then I vacuumed and mopped the floors to make them all new again, and started with the playroom stuff. We laid down some foam mats and put a little jungle gym in there, and found this really old basket which we put some toys in, which worked perfectly. And wowzers, look at that difference. There is so much space in the room now, and it's so much less dusty, and it's completely safe for my daughter to learn how to crawl. And next up, we're going to be tackling the kitchen, which is a crazy big one. So next up is the kitchen, which you can see from these shots is so cluttered full of stuff, and it's our fault for moving stuff around the house and dumping it in the kitchen. So first we started by emptying off the kitchen table, and we made it a smaller table because it was taking up far too much space, just like the one in the living room. And then I decided to tidy up the counter space to make room for the bottles and the baby food. And then we decided to clear out some pantry space to put our dry food in that we bought from our house. We decided to keep most of the stuff in the cupboards because there was a lot of utensils and servingware and stuff that are really useful. And the next we went in and just cleaned and scrubbed literally the entire room. And it was so gross. Years of grime that had built up. And the stove, as you can see, there's a lot of caked on stuff in there. This is a before shot of one side of the stove and the after, and wow, that is such a difference. And then at the end, maybe the organization wasn't as beautiful as it usually is in my kitchen, but it is a very functional kitchen for what we need right now. So that's it. I hope you liked our little house transformation.